My dear friends, today I'm going to talk about verbal communication. So, first of all, we will know in this video what is the verbal communication. Hello, my dear friends. Today we are going to talk about, today I'm going to discuss to you what is the verbal communication. And in this video, we will know about the definition of verbal communication, and effective verbal communication is defined by these factors. What is the factors to improve our verbal communication? And third point, we will know about the communication, verbal communication in this video. That is the this communication depends which person, receiver or sender, or in another word you can say speaker or audience, which is the very most important in this communication. So I think you are ready to listen to me, because this is the notes, because yesterday I was studied, and this note I created. These are the key points, very key points, and that key points will help you to know about the communication. So without delay a single moment, I'm going to start, and listen to me, my dear friends, very clearly, very what to say, attentively, because communication is the 21st century's skill. This is the skill, and everybody use verbal communication. Four type of communication I already talked in another video, but today I'm going to repeat. First is verbal communication, second is non-verbal communication, third is written communication, and fourth is visual communication. So today only one communication we are going to talk, that is the verbal communication. So first of all, what is the definition? Exact definition is the verbal communication, that is the here. So listen to me, my dear friends, very clearly. What is the definition? Definition is verbal communication is a type of oral communication. What? Oral communication, wherein the message is conveyed through spoken words. The sender may communicate in the form of uh, speeches, discussions, presentations, and conversations. So this is the basic definition of the communication, verbal communication. Or you can say in another word, if you are not able to understand this definition, I'm going to say you another definition. This is the very simple definition. The definition is verbal communication is the process of sending and receiving messages through using words, either spoken or written. That is the verbal communication. I think you understood very well what is the verbal communication. But here is the question, uh, who use verbal communication? Everybody use. Everybody, I'm not talking about only human being. Every animals, birds, you can also listen to me. If you watch this video properly, in background you can listen some birds noise. Okay, so everybody has verbal communication, because when we use words, speak or write, that time we can use verbal communication. But here is the very big question. Suppose that I'm going to give you one example. uh, Here is a two person, suppose that two person, and lots of people is here, but one person when he speak, first person, I'm talking about first person, when the first person speak, address to some persons, to buy something, to click something, to do something, so very few people do. Very few people do that task. But when second person speech and say anything, so lots of people doing that task. But what is the difference? First person also used to say that thing. First second person is also saying that thing, but when second person says, lots of people is doing, but when first person is says, very few people is doing. What is the reason behind it? So that is reason, my dear friend, that is the very most important reason. The reason is how we can enhance our verbal communication skill. So I have you know three ways. If you do practice every day on these three topics, I will give you guarantee within some months you can improve your verbal skill, verbal communication skill. So let's talk about first thing. What is the first thing, first factor that if you are doing work on that, you can improve your verbal skill, verbal communication skill. So first is the tone of speaker. My dear friends, listen to me. The tone of speaker. If your tone means you are speaking monotonic, or you can say wave tonic, like this, which I am using to you. Don't speak in monotone like this. I am going to market, but I am very sad today. You know why? Because yesterday my parents was quarreling, and today I don't have bike, so how can I go to market? This type of talk, this type of your speech will not effective. It doesn't mean this is the not verbal communication, this is also verbal communication, but you cannot influence any persons, you cannot sell anything, you cannot teach anything, only speak. Speak is not a communication, my dear friends. Communication means, you know already, whatever you're feeling, think about it. It is my feeling is very good, very enthusiastic, I'm today very excited. So when you speak to any other person, in front of any other person, your energy, listen to me, my dear friend, if you are feeling so excited, so enthusiastic, your feelings should be transferred. If you are able to transfer your feeling, your energy, that means your verbal communication is very good, super excellent, mind blowing. Otherwise you are so excited, so enthusiastic, and you don't have capability, you don't have power to uh, transform, to give your energy in another person. So that means you don't have exactly powerful communication, don't have. I'm sorry to say you, if you want to improve your communication skill, if you want to exactly know what is the way to improve our communication skill, and that is the verbal communication skill, so first of all you have to work on tone. Whatever you speak, listen, tone is the very most important. So that is the very effective thing, and I know you understood already. So we are going to talk about second thing. Second thing is speed of speaking. If you are speaking anything, you have to maintain the speed. First of all, you have to know your audience, which type of audience in front of you. If audience is very old, or you can say very young, like a children, like a new person, so you have to think which type of speed you have to maintain in front of them. So speed is very most important. If everybody is excited, very enthusiastic and motivated, that time you can enhance your speed. Okay, so you have to understand, you have to judge your audience, then you decide which speed is good or not good. Okay, so second thing is speed, and third thing is very most important, clarity. Clarity of speech. My dear friends, whatever, whenever you speak to any person, this is the very most important uh, factor to speak. What is this? Clarity. Your thought you have to clear first of all. What do you want to say? Otherwise, if you say anything and you don't clear, you are not clear, your thought process is very separated. 5 minutes ago you said anything, and right now you are saying anything else. So it will be not effective communication. It will be not work. So that's why, my dear friend, first of all you have to understand what clarity, your thought clarity, your feeling clarity. At least in the another word, in the one sentence, if you want to say, so you have to be specific, 100% clear. What message do you want to deliver? Okay. And now we are going to talk about third thing, and it is the very most important. Lots of people think about, I was also used to think about that, which is the most important thing to verbal communication. Because everywhere if you communicate, you should have two person, you know. One is a speaker, second is a listener, or you can say one is a giver, second is a receiver, sender and receiver. So here I am going to say you, and this confusion I am going to finish far away. Here both person are important. Listen to me, what I written down. The success of verbal communication, if you want to success your verbal communication, the success of verbal communication depends on both the vocal ability of the speaker and the listening ability of the audience. Once more. Okay, once more. The success of verbal communication depends on both the vocal ability of the speaker and the listening ability of the audience. So that's why, my dear friends, today's video's message, I also 100% sure, I'm 100% sure you understood what I delivered. So today's video's message finished, and we will meet very soon in the next video. So thank you so much for watching this video and giving your valuable time.